So now that we've reminded you about the simple, even if I can't spell it right, simple if-else chain, let's take a look at a nested if-else example. So here, what we've got is employed and recent grad. So what we want to do is prove whether or not, first of all, you are employed, and then secondly, if that condition is true, we want to check for recent grad. So I'm going to let you run the program here because I can do that as well. So I'm going to say yes for employed. I'm going to say yes for recent grad because why not? I feel young at heart. And there we qualify for the special interest rate. So a couple of things to notice here about the structure of nested if-else chains is, first of all, we've got our first test has to be passed here on line 20. So the only way we get inside of lines 21 through 33 here are if employed equals true. Remember, or employed equals yes, sorry. If this evaluates to true. Remember that you cannot say employed equals yes, because that's in fact going to assign a Y to employed. That is not what you are looking for. And again, you'll notice that because we have a character, right, a character for employed and a character for recent grad, we would have to represent those in between the single quotes, not the double quotes. And you cannot just have Y there. We have to represent that the way we would character-wise, and that is with the single quotes. And then if this statement is true, then we can go inside here and continuing to check for those nested conditions. When the inside of this statement block, so that's here between 21 and 33, when the inside of this statement block is done, we are returned outside to 34, where I'm trying not to use the word if, where the condition that was previously checked evaluates as false, we will get you must be employed to qualify. So that's what's happening with nesting. Now, I will mention here that inside of a nested if, we do want to include literally the tab spacing in there. So we want to nest it inside it. Does help the next developer in the chain. So rather than everything, simply being all the way over, this is a nightmare to read. It's a nightmare to debug later on. And absolutely positively, we will not accept this as good coding. You really do absolutely positively want the good indentation here, because number one, first and foremost, it is what I'm requiring. And because I can grade you, I think that seems like it's pretty important. But really, number two, later on when you come back through here to code, it helps you read it. And number three, if this was in a real production environment, later on when somebody has to come back and read your mish of code, this helps out. When everything is, there we go, on the same vertical line there, that's an abysmal piece of code to use. So do include indentation when you nest. It helps you, it helps me, it helps everybody.